I get it.
I thought it was more fun to leave it like the wheels turn though. What do you mean, stream chat? I'm a dirty bastard. Do you know, I said rug and meant rug, and then Claire was like blah 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 blah, and I was like, I thought she meant some kind of dirty thing, you know, where Claire's dirty mind works and stuff like that.
In that story, it was Eve who was tempted by the snake in the Garden of Eden. But this time around, it was I who tempted the snake and got away with the forbidden fruit of knowledge. Forgive me, Snake.
As if Eva fucking one night stand there. I thought it was a bit too of an happy ending for Metal Gear. Stood him up.
I wasn't sent by Khrushchev. I'm not a KGB spy, and I never worked for the NSA.
I'm an agent of the People's Republic of China for the General HQ 2nd Department of the People's Liberation Army. It was all a lie. I tricked you. And I'm sorry.
That's a good lighting effect on the SIG then. They put effort into that.
The philosophers still exist in China, too. You see, my mission was to find out where Volgin was hiding the philosopher's legacy and steal it. So I infiltrated his base as a KGB spy. The 2 NSA codebreakers who defected in 1960 were actually both men. The real Adam never showed up at the meeting place, saving me the trouble of having to eliminate him. I sneaked in by pretending I was Eva. And you and Sokolov and Volgin, you all believed me.
Told you it's always double cross and double cross in this game.
The philosopher's legacy was originally held in common between the US, Soviet Union, and China. We couldn't let the Russians and the Americans take it all for themselves. The Chinese government had its eye on the legacy too. I got the film containing the legacy, and also the nuclear missile launch data from the Shagohod. 5 years ago, the Soviet Union stopped supplying us with nuclear weapons technology. Since then, China's Liaodong easing, hydrogen bomb, and space rocket projects have fallen behind. But with this data, our country will be able to develop its own nukes. We'll create a deterrent force to rival those of the US and Soviet Union. Everything has gone according to plan, thanks to your help. I too am one of the philosophers. I'm an agent of the philosophers, a graduate of one of their charm schools. I was raised in a joint US-Soviet-Chinese facility to become a sleeper agent. This was before the war. Back then, they were collecting children from all over the world. As a result, I'm indistinguishable from a native-born American. So it didn't surprise me when you and Volgin couldn't tell the difference. But she knew right from the beginning. She knew because before the war, she was at one of the philosopher's schools too, as an instructor. The boss was the only one I couldn't fool. She was the only one who knew I was a fake. She told me everything. Why did she open her heart to me like that? At the time, I couldn't understand it. But now, I think I do. Snake. She wanted you to know the truth. She chose me to tell you. That's why she saved my life. I've lied to you so many times, but not this time. My orders from the government were to obtain the legacy. And to eliminate everyone who knew the truth about what happened. In other words, I'm supposed to kill you.
And she could have, very easily.
But I can't do it. Not because we loved each other. And not because you saved my life. But because I made a promise to the boss. And I intend to keep it. I just wanted you to know. And you have to live.
Off she goes. You're a cool character, Eva. There was no message. In 5 seconds, this message will self-explode or whatever it was. No, self-destruct, that's it.
Snake, listen to me. She didn't betray the United States. No. Far from it. She was a hero who died for her country. She carried out her mission knowing full well what was going to happen. Self-sacrifice.
Well, look, it's all dudes. Sigint and Paramedic. Major Zero. Nice to see him. I'm still not sure if the Colonel from Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 actually exists or not after the second one. But at least they do.
You are above even the boss. I hereby award you the title of Big Boss.
Sweet.
You are a true patriot.
Like I say, it's cool seeing all the codec dudes and paramedic and stuff. And he's promoted up to big boss and shit. Good stuff.
Someone like him to handle our top secret sneaking missions for us. A man who combines the qualities of a soldier and an agent.
The boss's defection was a ruse set up by the US government. It was all a big drama staged by Washington so they could get their hands on the philosopher's legacy. And the boss was the star of the show. They planned it so that they could get the legacy that Colonel Volgin inherited and destroy the Shagohod at the same time. Only a legendary hero like the boss could have earned Volgin's trust. Finding out where the philosopher's legacy was hidden was to be her greatest mission. Everything was going according to plan. But then something happened that no one could have predicted. Colonel Volgin fired an American-made nuclear warhead at Sokolov's research facility. Khrushchev demanded that the US government provide proof that it wasn't involved. They couldn't just abort the operation to steal the legacy. So the operation itself was greatly expanded and revised.
Yeah, because that legacy shit didn't even come in till, like,
Washington knew that
right
in
at the
order
end.
To prove its innocence, they'd have to get rid of the boss. And that one of their own would have to do the job. The public couldn't be allowed to find out about it. Not ever. This, they concluded, would be the best way to keep the whole thing under wraps. The boss wouldn't be allowed to come back home alive. And she wouldn't be allowed to kill herself. Her life would be ended by her most beloved disciple. That was the way the government wanted it. That was the mission she was given, and she had no choice but to carry it out. Her death in your hands was a duty she had to fulfill. Out of duty, she turned her back on her own comrades. A lesser woman would have been crushed by such a burden.
Yeah, she was a cool character in this as well, boss.
Will follow her to her grave. Future generations will revile her. In America as a despicable traitor with no sense of honor. And in Russia as a monster who unleashed a nuclear catastrophe. She will go down in official history as a war criminal. And no one will ever understand her. That was her final mission.
You don't drink hot chocolate and whipped cream at a mass gravesite, Claire.
But I think she wanted you, of all people, to know the truth.
Oh, you've roused a cat after it now.
She wanted
All
to
of
live
them.
on, in your memory. Not as a soldier, but as a woman. But she was forbidden to tell you herself. And that's why she told me. Snake, history will never know what she did. No one will ever learn the truth. Her story, her debriefing, will endure only in your heart. Everything she did for her country. She sacrificed her life and her honor for her native land. She was a real hero. She was a true patriot.
See the character, like facial emotions. Let me look at that. Really, really nice. Really nice ending cutscene and shit there as well. I don't know. I don't think I can read that before it's going to scroll off. Eva's disappeared. Major Zero disbands Fox. Philosophers changed its name to Patriots. I thought this sounded awfully similar. Big Boss establishes Foxhound. See, shit like that I didn't know. I didn't know it was Snake's dad that set up Foxhound. So Snake's cloned. You see, it said stuff like that in previous games. You know, like Snake was cloned from Big Boss, but I didn't know Big Boss was fucking. Well, it's not Snake's dad, is it? But that's just what I call him. But I didn't know it was the Snake from Metal Gear Solid 3. Every game, shit clicks in a lot more, and that one clicked in a lot of stuff. Hell of a lot of stuff. So playing 2 and 3 recently has filled in a lot of gaps into the story that, I mean, I had no idea about before. And that game itself was fucking excellent. So good. I mean, I enjoyed this. I mean, I've played in case you're watching this back on the highlight or anything like that, I played Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 pretty much back to back. And enjoyed the shit out of 2. That was really, really great. Like I said, the only slight gripe I had was a very peculiar pacing, which, as I think I said, wasn't really a gripe, more just noticing it. I'd rather shit be a bit different than the same old shit, so I didn't really actually mind the pacing so much. It was just hard to digest all the information at the end. The pacing of that one, very, very, very good. Very good. Everything was great about that. You had more options to do shit. Even though it was primarily in the jungle, there was plenty of indoor shit, the mountains bit, you know, caves, all kinds of different shit. Pardon? Frogs, you name it. And it wasn't, even when you're in the same kind of jungle areas, they're always different. You know, this area's trapped and this area's, like, got a little installation in it, but you need to sneak around it, all kinds of different shit. It got really, really mixed up, and the ending, last set was fantastic with all the torture shit. Not to sound dodgy or like that, but you know, it was just like an easy thing to remember from last set. We lost his eye and shit. And this set was fantastic as well. That escape scene on the bike and shit, very, very good. The Ocelot thing was great. Boss fight was great. Very, very, very good. Oh, thank you very much, dude. Thanks OTG for another great HTSF. Can't wait for the next one from Jahan. Thank you very much, dude. Very kind, very kind. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hope a lot of folk did. Claire didn't. It's because you didn't. You couldn't. I know you're a joking, like, but how good that cat is, gone straight back there. So good. Yeah, thank you very much, dude. Like I say, I hope folk enjoyed that as much as what I did there. That was really, really fucking great. It pained me when I was ill, and I couldn't play it for over a week. Really fucking did, because I were enjoying the shit out of it. They're the perfect length, the perfect fucking pacing. I mean, one could argue the cutscenes are a bit long, but I actually really enjoy the cutscenes. They're not just like garbage, it's actually like pivotal to the story, it's interesting. And yeah, motion capture unit, I'm not surprised. The facial expressions in this game were vastly superior. Vastly superior to 2, and obviously 1. I mean, 1, it's like Minecraft kind of faces, isn't it? It's not even as clear as Minecraft faces in number 1. But it added so much to the characters. And all the characters were great in this as well. All the codec people were great. Everybody was great. Really. Do you know, maybe. If they passed the laws to allow you to marry again, then maybe. That was really, really great. One of the best games I've played in years. Years. Like I say, loved the fuck out of Metal Gear Solid 1. Loved 2, but 3, I really fucking like that one. I really did. It feels like, I always feel bad with, like, I don't know, when I was playing it to begin with, I think I said it around about set 2, it's like, this is shaping up to be like my favourite one so far. And I don't know, it feels like you're being mean to the previous 2, because I ain't. The previous 2 were great, but this one was just a cut above. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the fact that, I mean, I actually like that time period of like the 50s and 60s and earlier and stuff like that. Anywhere between like the 20s and the 50s and 60s and stuff like that. So I like the time period, the characters were done better, way more emotive, way better written, story was great. Ocelot was fucking fantastic. I liked him before, man, but he was so good in this. But what calorie mate? Is that an actual thing, that? I've never seen a calorie mate, it must be. Really, really well done. Yep, much props to Konami on that one. And Sir Kojima, he did a damn good job. The story was still convoluted, that's what makes Metal Gear, it seems, from what I've gathered over the past 3 games, and that's what I like about it. The story's quite convoluted. Lots of backstabbing, double-crossing and stuff like that, all the espionage, and The political side to it is, like, oh, you don't need me to say, like, that intrigues me much. Really fucking does. So all the elements are there for me to enjoy the series. Should have played these two long ago. I've had the Metal Gear Solid HD collection for about, what, a couple of years? Maybe more. At least 2 years. Should have done it earlier, because they've been fucking great, they really have. I hope that Peace Walker and Metal Gear and Revengeance is not quite the same, is it? It's not quite the same, so I'm not expecting the same out of Revengeance. But I hope Metal Gear Solid 4 and Peace Walker are going to be on the same level as that. Because that was fucking awesome.
Yes, Grozny Grad and the Granin Research Facility have both been wiped out without a trace. I understand, sir, but they were necessary sacrifices.
Who's also a lot talking to?
Yes, the CIA has taken care of the boss themselves. I believe the White House will be satisfied. Khrushchev is finished. Your time has finally arrived. Yes, the American president is relying on us to keep a lid on the whole affair. We've got him by the balls. It should make a valuable trump card in future negotiations. Yes, Chief Director, of course. I'll keep the KGB informed.
I wonder who he was talking to. He's already going off the phone onto somebody else, though. Doing his old shit. Double cross.
Yes, it's me. The boss has accomplished her mission. The philosopher's legacy is now safely with us, in America's hands. With this money, yes, the philosophers can finally be revived. The film we handed the Chinese was a fake. Peking must be in an uproar right about now.
So there were any Ocelot that actually knew everything going off? Not even Eva?
I'm afraid so. Only half the money has made it back to the United States. The KGB must still have part of the legacy. Yes, the weapon has been reduced to ashes. That's right. Grozny Grad has been obliterated by the Davy Crockett we brought in as well. Yes, that was the boss's work too. Speaking of which, I've obtained something from Granin that you might find interesting. It's a revolutionary new nuclear attack system. Perhaps it might just come in handy someday.
Oh, Metal Gear Rex.
Yes, we have Snake to thank for that. Khrushchev believed it as well. Yes, they bought our story. I don't think they'll be making a fuss. The secondary alert has been lifted as well. And the Soviets still haven't discovered my true identity. They have no idea that I've been triple-crossing them.
I told you. It's a swine, innit?
I will continue my activities as a contact for the new government. Yes, it appears that no one knew that I was Adam.
Oh my god.
Of course, I'm always at the CIA's disposal. Mr. Director.
Oh, nice. What was with the trumpets there, man? Awesome. That's another thing I meant to say as well. The humour and the fourth wall breaking in the Metal Gear series is fucking fantastic. It loves me nothing more than a game that doesn't take itself too seriously. and at the same time it's incredibly loved by the developers and high quality. You just can't get better. I cannot think of another example of a series, and I think I could talk about it as a series now, so it was 1, 2, and 3. It's fair enough. I mean, I know it's more than that, but, you know, still. From what I've played of the series anyway, I don't think I can think of a comparable series in regards to the amount of, like, the humour and not taking itself seriously, but at the same time, an incredibly serious game. And all the fourth wall breaking. The other things, I might be able to think of something comparable at least, but the fourth wall breakage, no way, man. No way. Fantastic. 14 hours and 26 minutes. 16 saves, 25 continues. Alert phase 87 times. Holy shit. 249 people killed in a Metal Gear game. Not right. I was seriously injured 88 times. I took 26 total life bars of damage. I only used 3 life medicines though, and 2 of those were on boss. I captured 18 kinds of different plants and animals. And I ate 38 meals, but I didn't use a special item. Oh dear. And my title is Crocodile, which I don't know if that's so great, but you know what? I'm happy with that. Absolutely fucking stoked. I love that Crocodile art. Took it with me and used it as a rank. Better than the, what did I get last time? Elephant rank in Metal Gear Solid 2 or something like that, which sounds better than what it actually is. Thank you very much, dude. Great job, OTG. That's my favourite Metal Gear Solid. So far, mine too. Like I said, I mean no slight against Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2. I really don't. But that was my favourite. Looking forward to playing and watching you play Dark... sorry. Looking forward to playing and watching you play Dark Souls 2. By the way, watch the Metal Gear Solid 3 parody cutscenes from Max Maximilian. Thank you very much, sir. And I shall do as such. Yeah, I'm looking forward to... Oh, new item attained. What's this? Single action armor. I had that before. But yeah, I'm stoked for fucking Dark Souls 2, man. Seriously. As I was saying at the beginning of the stream, I can completely understand if folk don't want to see, you know, people playing it before they play it. I completely understand that. It's not our fault that the PC version's been delayed so fucking heinously. I got a Patriot too. And a camera. And a green face paint. And a brown face paint. National flag face paints. A tuxedo. It wants you to play it again. DPM and OSCAM desert camo. Unlock download camo. All kinds of shit there, man. Love arts, rainbows. All kinds of shit. Desert tiger camo. Flicktarn camo. God, it wants you to play that shit again. I would like to say thank you. And on to slot 1. How fitting to end on the same slot we started. Well, apparently Crocodile, thank you for Wembley. Apparently the Crocodile rank is for killing pretty much everybody. I didn't try to. They just came at me, bro.
They wanted me Lucky Charms.
They didn't have to be Lucky Charms. You'll never take my Lucky Charms. They're mine, so they are. Great fucking game. Let's look at these Metal Gear Solid 3 parody things then. What we got? I assume there's extra shit unlocked on the main menu. Is it VR missions? No, that wouldn't make sense. Demo Fear? What's this? Oh, maybe it's just for watching, I don't know. Special? Oh, just telling you how to do stuff. Yeah, I remember my photos. I forgot about my camera though from last set. Typical me, that man. There's Johnny. Johnny, every guy in his family, the firstborn son is called Johnny. And I ruined that. No, he had a kid, so there will be future Johnnies. It's alright, there'll be future Johnnies. He came at me, and I had to fork him. Sorry. That's where I was tortured. I lost my eye there. And... oh, here we go. Sorrow's fucking lake. Took some weird photographs. It's all the bad shit. Like, that's where I lost an eye. That's where, you know, I was completely flaking out and being haunted and shit. And this photo's where I, like, killed the guy that was actually the only nice person in the game that was on the other team.
Did you take a photo when you got laid at the end?
No. Unfortunately, I did not have control at that point. Virtuous mission? What's that? Brief me.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA